Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we have been waiting for is officially here. The alt season that you have been hearing about, that we've been talking about, is officially here, and we have to talk about it. So with that being said, welcome to the channel. For everyone out there that is new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And with that being said, let's dive on in. The overall market in the last 30 days has been definitely erupting, but if we look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, they are now neck to neck on the last 30-day percentage gains. We're also starting to see volume picking up around Ethereum, but also look at the top 30 percentage gained in the top 100. XLM, XRP, HBAR, ADA, I mean guys, even Algorand, almost all up 200% plus in just the last 30 days. XRP right now going absolutely crazy in the last month, up 217%, sitting at $1.65 roughly. XLM 456%, sitting at about roughly 53%. HBAR up 213% in the last month, sitting at about 15 cents. ADA 200% plus $1.07. And even Algorand up almost 200%, sitting at almost 36 cents. Guys, the last month for altcoins have been absolutely insane. And this is exactly why I focus on altcoins right now. Listen, I know that we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum here for a little bit, but I want you guys to understand that, yes, the full focus is on altcoins. XRP, XLM, HBAR, Algorand, ADA. I mean, the list goes on and on. There's a ton of great projects out there in the top 100, even in the top 500. All the gains going forward are going to be made around Ethereum and altcoins. We are officially in phase 2 of alt season, where Ethereum is going to start outperforming Bitcoin. You might even be noticing some talks out there already around Ethereum. And the reason for this is because of the ETFs. For those that have not been following this, okay, let's just go back over here to the cryptocurrency list. Let's go to Ethereum and let's compare with Bitcoin. And let's go over the last year, okay? So far, Bitcoin has severely outperformed Ethereum. It's over 150% to about roughly 75% or so. And at some points, right, Bitcoin was up like over 160% or so. But the thing that I'm looking at here is that, Bitcoin and Ethereum were very close leading into the summertime. After the summer, again, Bitcoin took over. It was a Bitcoin-driven cycle, aka phase 1 was really kicking in. Bitcoin has surged in price. I mean, even today, Bitcoin is at like $97,000 or so. And now we're waiting for Ethereum to finally catch up. I mean, even if we actually look at just the overall price for Ethereum on the last year, we are not yet over those yearly highs. If we go back over here to Bitcoin, right? When we go back to the last year, I mean, the March highs look pretty much very shallow at this point because of how high Bitcoin has pumped. So we're just waiting for Ethereum to do that same exact move, and we will see that in phase 2. Now, why am I so confident about calling, alt season? Why am I so confident about saying, Ethereum is going to start outperforming Bitcoin? We're going to hear the talks of, Ethereum might flip Bitcoin this time. It's because of the ETFs. When we first saw the Ethereum ETF starting to pick up, right? My thought process was the Ethereum ETF, once it starts outperforming the Bitcoin ETFs, that's going to be our big catalyst. That's going to be the big catalyst for the flippening narrative and for phase 2 to officially kick in. I believe that we are now in phase 2 and we don't have a lot of time. We are very limited on time now in this market. And what do I mean by that? Well, you had the opportunity to buy a lot of these projects very, very low. I know that not all of you out there were doing this, but there was a ton of retail investors complaining. They were crying. They were frustrated because of the fact that a lot of these projects were just not doing anything. I mean, look at the last year on almost every single one of these charts. Do you notice something? Look at that massive boring line down. All right. HBAR, yeah, we had a nice little run up back here, but for the most part, boom, we sold off all the way back down to 4 cents. A lot of this, and let's go back to 2022, a lot of this is bear market lows that we were retesting. The market gave you one last opportunity to actually buy a lot of these projects at bear market lows while everyone was crying about how the market's doing nothing. These projects are not pumping. Why are altcoins garbage? Altcoins are dead, this, that, what. Like, I heard all the narratives, okay? So as we really look at this, the market gave you an opportunity to buy low. Now you are essentially forced to buy high if you were going to FOMO in, like majority of the retail sector will, going over the course of the next couple weeks and even months ahead. This is why I say your time in this market to actually find projects that have not pumped massively, it's very, very short now. There's not going to be a lot of opportunities out there that are great. It's going to be very hard to actually find them. Obviously, yes, you could join the free Discord down in the description below, for an example, to get access to a ton of opportunities that actually have not yet moved, but it's very challenging to actually find projects that have not pumped like some of these projects have in the last year. A lot of them actually breaking over their March highs. Very soon, almost every altcoin will be going parabolic because of alt season. But this is all because of the Ethereum ETFs now starting to outpace Bitcoin. We've been hearing a lot of talks about alt season. A lot of the initial moves that we have been witnessing, a lot of people have been calling alt season way too early, but a lot of these initial moves are smart money positioning themselves before the next big wave. And now we are starting to see the next big wave forming. But if we actually look here, we have Ethereum ETFs have recently experienced a significant influx of investment through spot ETFs, with inflows reaching 225 million from November 22nd to the 27th, surpassing Bitcoin ETFs, which saw 35 million during the same period. This surge has coincided with an 8% price increase for Ethereum, pushing its value above almost $3,600. Analysts are forecasting that Ethereum might exceed $4,000 before the upcoming presidential inauguration, influenced by these ETF investments and Ethereum's better performance in futures yields compared to Bitcoin. This shift indicates a growing investor preference for Ethereum, suggesting that this could be the beginning of an alt season where alternative cryptocurrencies could see increased interest. And yes, this is literally the same exact blueprint of previous cycles. We are now starting to see Ethereum becoming the big focus. And for those out there still wondering, Nick, how can you be so sure about alt season if this is the only thing that we're going off of? Well, it's not. Bitcoin dominance, guys. This trend line I drew, I want to say this is during the last live stream. Guys, my path here has been so far 100% spot on. We have now broken down below this trend line, and now I believe that this is going to continue lower and lower and lower. After we broke above the 0.618 fib extension, we are now starting to sell off, losing structure, and I do believe that this is now the official beginning of alt season. And what's crazy about this is that we now have Google Trends to go off of, and if we even go to the last 5 years, okay, look at how crazy this upswing is for alt season. Even if we go all the way back to previous cycles, this is, the middle of 2021. This is when alt season was officially in. Guys, we are front running this essentially in terms of retail interest. They're looking it up. They're now doing the research on what alt season is. They are now preparing. We are now going to start to see FOMO at insane rates. But on top of alt season, guys, others dominance. Guys, we were waiting for the impulse. We got the impulsive move off of the lows. We are now 2 days away from the candle close on this chart. It seems as though we're finally creating a higher high on the 3-week candle, which is very, very good. Last time that we did this, just for reference, back here in October of 2019, others went, crazy. Obviously, also when we took out the highs back here in roughly January of 2021, again, we started to see the altcoin market erupting to new dominance levels. And by the way, this is altcoin dominance outside of the top 10. So this having a strong impulsive move, this starting to pump off of those lows and off of that trend line, I do think that's only a matter of time until we start to see life-changing money. That's right, life-changing money created through the altcoin market. And for those that are out there saying, well, we're not going to see that with XRP or this, that, whatever, I want you guys to understand that, a lot of people right now they're completely writing off how volatile this market actually gets when we start to see retail FOMO at all-time highs and euphoria entering the markets. Guys, these moves happen very, very fast. I mean, I don't think that I need to tell you guys that. In the last year, Bitcoin is up 155%. In the last month, a lot of these altcoins are up 200% plus. They have outperformed Bitcoin in 1 month in terms of its yearly gains, which is absolutely insane to me. So as we look at that, right, I do believe that we're now in alt season. And also the total 3, which is the altcoin market excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, has now broken over those early on highs of May of 2021. We're now flipping a crucial level of resistance. And now we need to watch this closely because from this point on, if we take out those highs from 2021, I want to go back in time real quick just to kind of show you guys how fast things move. This was the 2017-2018 highs that we started to break over. This was February of 2021. Guys, alt season was already in place in a big way during this time, but the moves were very significant. Again, same exact pattern here where we're starting to see the big moves happening. Alt season is starting to kind of, it's hitting right now. Alt season is hitting the market right now. We're kind of in those early phases. I would argue that we're probably in like the end of January, beginning of February phase of the alt season. Again, I could be a little bit too early on that call, but I just think that right now, as we really look at these charts for the altcoin market, we are about to see altcoins explode to major highs. And again, I want to stress that you don't have a lot of time from this point on. I said your time to position yourself is extremely limited now. Alt season lasts roughly 3 to 6 months from the starting point. It's the shortest period of the cycle, and the moves are very violent. You need to have your seeds planted ahead of time, or else you risk FOMOing into altcoins near the top. A very small percentage of retail investors are currently in this space with bags prepared from the bear market. We are now watching as, the much larger percentage of the crowd flows back in. Running a YouTube channel and a Discord in this space definitely helps realize when the crowd is returning and they are officially back. And yes, I have been looking over the YouTube analytics. I've been looking at the Discord. Guys, we have been seeing historical amounts of members joining the Discord. We have been seeing a major inflow of new subscribers to the channel as well. So I feel as though the retail crowd is really starting to return in a big way. Now is the time to make sure that you are positioned before this next move in the market begins. This is going to be the most violent, the largest, and the craziest time that this market has to offer, but it's also the shortest period of the cycle. I want you to all make sure that you have a plan in place because the next 3 to 6 months will be very wild, and you could easily watch life-changing wealth disappear before your eyes. Write down your exit plan. Abide by it, regardless of what you see, what you hear, and what you are told. Profits can easily be taken from you, and the market will do just that if you don't take them. The time to officially lock in is now, and soon you will be paid heavily in profits from being patient, being vigilant, but most importantly, being prepared. Let's all make it this cycle and get paid. And yes, your time is limited. Now that we are starting to officially see the big moves in the market, we're starting to see Bitcoin dominance breaking down. We now have roughly 3 to 6 months. Now, again, my top prediction for this market has always been around roughly the end of March, end of quarter one. I know Listen, you guys can scold me in the comments. You guys can make fun of me. You could say, you're selling way too early. That's okay. Listen, profits are profits. If there is life-changing wealth in front of you, why not realize that in? You don't have to sell the whole bag. Leave a moon bag on the sidelines. But in my opinion, we are now officially in phase 2. And phase 3 and phase 4 happen very, very fast. But I want you guys to understand where we're at right now. And the big moves are now officially starting to kick in a bit. They're not here yet because these moves are just the appetizer. Just wait until the full course meal comes out because it is going to be something extremely wild. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.